Yes, people, welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Touchline Facts. First and foremost, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, all that good stuff. And today we have got a transfer tier list. Who won the transfer window? Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, City, whoever. Sunderland, whoever you think. Make sure you smash that like button. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Let's try and get to 1,580 subs today. I've got a few streams lined up. And yeah, big up to each and every single one of you, each and every time. Big up to Dave and AP7 in the chat, sending any flags in Croydon. I haven't actually seen any flags in Croydon. I've been saying I haven't actually seen any flags so far. I haven't actually been to the parade and noticed it. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm actually going to go down there now. I'm actually going to go down there just because you said that. And I'll let you know next time. But I haven't seen any flags in Croydon, brother. No, I just seen it all on TikTok. And I was like, I haven't seen anything here. Usually, to be honest, Dave, they have a lot of people where I live, they have flags outside their house. So they'll put on one of their massive poles. You walk around the estate, you'll see bare English flags outside their house. But yeah, I ain't seen any flags. Big up to Rob, mate. Hope you're well. Do you get what I'm saying? My geezers. Listen, I've got new badges as well. I'm going to try and get, if we get 7 new members, yeah, whenever we get that, I'm going to get my new emojis in. Do you get what I'm saying? So big up to each every single one of you. But yeah, the badges are all sorted now for their memberships for like 2 years. I've got new ones. So yeah, as I say, hit that like button, smash that subscribe button as well if you are new. And we're going to get straight into it. For those who don't know, though, let's address the elephant in the room. Obviously, some of you may have not seen the video I just posted. Man United were cheated by Grimsby. And yeah, I want to just let rival fans, let me reiterate my point. I don't give a shit what you lot think. And Man United should be back in that competition and should appeal it and get put back into the EFL Cup because we were rightfully, the team cheated we played against. Therefore, we should be put back in. The same way you Liverpool fans are crying about Manchester City with the 115 charges, etc., etc. These have actually been found guilty and, you know what I mean, they actually submitted it. Do you get what I'm saying? Touch on your mind in the gap like I told you to. Bro, you're 1 point ahead of me, mate. Allow it. Do you get what I'm saying? And I had a bad week this week. I had a bad week in FPL, bro. Bad week in FPL. I fucking shouldn't have taken Mbeumo out. If I didn't take Mbeumo out, I would have been sorted. I'd have been calm. I'd had an extra about 50 points. I'd had about 50 points. Depending if I captained Mbeumo, which I should have done. Instead, I took him out for Cunha, who again gets injured. Do you get what I'm saying? Doesn't even play. If Cunha, do you know what's funny? If Cunha didn't get injured, I would have got an extra 2 points because he was my captain. And obviously, if you play the second half, you get an extra point. So I would have been ahead of you. But yeah, do you get what I'm saying? Mind the gap. He's not talking about Man United. He's talking about FPL, brother. I'm 1 point behind him. I'm currently 4th in that league. 1 point behind second and third. Because second and third, I think should have, would have, could have. Bro, I'll be above you next time, bro. Don't worry. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't worry, brother. Yeah, you can have your little good week. I'll be above you next week. Next game week, shall I say? But anyways, let's get straight into it. Let's dive straight into it. As I'm sure that's what you're all here for. I've got so many fucking ads. Do you get what I'm saying? It's so jarring. Let me sort this out. Have you not seen the chat? Mind the gap? Yeah, I've seen the chat. Mind the gap, Man United. I think it's fucking moist. How about them? How about the team singing it? Mind the gap in fucking trophies, mate. Do you get what I'm saying? And that goes for every team included because Liverpool don't sing Mind the Gap, Man United. You know what I mean? The only teams I've ever seen Mind the Gap, Man United, I think are Newcastle, Man City, and Chelsea. And there's probably a few others. So yeah, do you get what I'm saying? I'm sorry, that has got to be a new low. You need to call for a replay. No, it's not a replay. It'll be straight then kicks out the competition for an eligible player against Grimsby because you could not take care of business on the pitch yourselves. I don't care, bruv. I don't care what is low. But this is what I'm saying. Daniel, you're a rival fan. It doesn't bother me. Yeah, it doesn't bother. Football isn't about pleasing rival fans. It's about winning. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't care what a rival fan thinks about it if he thinks it's embarrassing. I think it's embarrassing that we lost as well. But at the end of the day, do you get what I'm saying? They put an eligible player. That's their fault, bro. They should be punished. And I'm not rage baiting. I'm not rage baiting. Genuinely, I think we should appeal it and go through. I think we should appeal it and be in that tournament. They fielded an eligible player. Do you get what I'm saying? Look, as I said, imagine Manchester United fielded Lamine Yamal against Man City next weekend and won the game. And Man City not going to fucking complain. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Oh, if Man United fielded an eligible player, you would say, oh, you cheated. Allow it, bruv. Anyways, let's get straight into it. We're going to go, who should we start off with? See, the thing is, yeah, I'll start with the worst ones because I don't actually know who these lot have signed. So, Fulham have signed nobody. I don't know, actually, they signed some guy called Kevin, I think, or was his name Kevin? Something like that. I think his name was Kevin. So, I don't know too much about him. And they signed that King guy, I think. That guy that scored against Chelsea, the disallowed goal. So for now, I'm gonna put them in S because I don't actually know. I want to rate exactly. Big up. See, these are things we're fucking joking. I want a rematch for this disgraceful breaking the rules. Facts. I either want a rematch or I want us to be fucking put through. Rules are the rules. Fact. Thank you, Rob. But this is the problem. If it was Man United who broke the rules, they would sit there and say we should be kicked out of the competition. But because it's Grimsby and it's against Man United, do you get what I'm saying? They signed it. Yeah, I don't know any of these players. That Josh King guy looks decent, though. He does look decent. Is it Josh King? Are you sure? I swear Josh King was that guy that used to play for Bournemouth. He had some sick FIFA card. Thick informs he used to get. Do you get what I'm saying? Rematch against Grimsby. Yeah, that's embarrassing. I don't care if it embarrasses us. Do you get what I'm saying? I want to go through, bro. If we go win the tournament, who cares that we got a rematch against Grimsby? Who gives a fuck? Anyways, yeah, Fulham are an E for me because I don't know any of the players they signed and they all bought them last minute. Leeds are in E because they signed Dominic Calvert-Lewin and he's missed about 10 big chances already. I've already watched him. Right, I've seen highlights of him against Sheffield Wednesday. He missed a penalty and missed about 4 sitters. He come on against fucking Newcastle. A long ball goes over the top, and his touch is so bad. His touch was a bad pass to the goalkeeper. So for me, Leeds rematch versus Grimsby. Yeah, Grimsby been found guilty for cheating in the game. They played a player that shouldn't have played. I know Barron. Without rage baiting, Barron would definitely agree with me that Man United should appeal it because Real Madrid would do the exact same thing. Can you actually get the transfer up? What transfer? Do you get what I'm saying? What transfer are we talking about? Yeah, but listen, Leeds, I think, who have Leeds signed? They signed Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Leeds transfers. They signed Dominic Calvert-Lewin. They signed Longstaff. Again, see what I'm saying? I think they'll stay up, but yeah. They signed who? Who they signed? They signed who? Transfer from each team. You definitely should. Why wouldn't you? Thank you, Baron. Go on, Baron. You ain't going to tell me you're pregnant, are you? Who have Leeds signed in this window? They signed Longstaff and they signed fucking, what's his name? Calvert-Lewin. Who have Leeds signed this transfer window? There you go. Right, cool. Right. Stach from fucking Bundesliga. Noah from AC Milan. That's probably a decent signing. Swiss. Longstaff. They've signed a lot of players, to be fair. Do you know what? I'll up them. They've signed, I don't know how good any of these players are, but I mean, yeah, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, they brought a lot of players in. Yeah, but that Calvert-Lewin's going to cost them, man. They should never have bought Calvert-Lewin. I'll put Leeds up here, D. I'll put Leeds in D. I reckon they'll stay up. They signed James Justin. The Barca case is extended for 6 months and a summons has already been issued for Laporta, Valverde and Enrique. Their appearance is scheduled for November the 25th. I thought they told us they got found not guilty. I thought they said they got found not guilty for it. They got brushed under the carpets. I thought they said to us they got found not guilty for it. What happened? What happened, lads? Do you get what I'm saying? What happened? Hilarious. Do you get what I'm saying? I speak to a lot of Leeds fans not too impressed with their business, mate. Maybe not then. I don't know. They've done a lot of... I think they'll stay up. That's why I'm putting them in D. Otherwise, I'm putting them in E. But Calvert-Lewin's a terrible signing. Burnley, E, because they're going to get relegated and sell all their players anyways. Do you get what I'm saying? So, yeah, E for me, Burnley. I'm getting the easy ones out of the way first. The ones that won't really cause much debate. Wolves, I'm pretty sure E, bruv. They sold Cunha and Ignori, the 2 best players. Yes, they kept Strand Larson, but who else are they really signed? Do you know what I was looking at their starting 11 the other day and I was thinking that is one stinky ass starting 11. Absolutely terrible. West Ham as well, E. West Ham and Wolves are 2 W's. West Ham, yes, they got more pull than Crystal Palace despite being in Europe. However, do you get what I'm saying? They still had a terrible window. Mike's is crashing out all the time about their window. I think they signed that goalkeeper from Leicester, but I think they got rejected by, I don't know. I saw Mike's do videos on it, so I was seeing who else. I was seeing like who else they were linked with and stuff like that, and he was saying that they were getting rejected. I can't remember who it was. I'm sure Dave, you can let me know who else the West Ham have been rejected by. But yeah, I'll go West Ham E personally. Crystal Palace again E. Yes, they signed this Pino guy who I've actually heard good things about, and he came on the other day and nutmegged someone instantly. Apparently he's a baller. Lee Gunner approved. He's a baller, but they sold no. How could I? Why did I? Oh, never mind. They're going up to D. They're going up to D. Listen, does anyone? Sorry, just for keeping Mark Gay, they're going up to D because that was legendary. Just for keeping Mark Gay, they're going up to D. So I'll put Palace in D. But yeah, they got rid of Eze, or they sold Eze. They haven't really bought much in terms of a team that needed strengthening anyways. They needed strengthening for me, and they don't have depth, and they're in Europe. So I feel like they could. They've got a very good manager, but when they start playing, when it comes to the crunch time end of the season, and they're going in for that Conference League, I think with their squad that they have, the size of the squad they have, I can potentially see them, you know what I mean, being around 13, 14. They may end up winning the Conference League because they've got a top manager. And listen, they better hope Man United don't. Ruben Amorim does well at Man United, because if they don't, we're coming in and nicking their manager, mate, because he's already on his last string anyways. Do you get what I'm saying? He's definitely been debating leaving. If he's saying, if you sell Mark Gahey, I will leave Crystal Palace. Do you get what I'm saying? As soon as Man United knock on that door, bruv, he's going. Not that I particularly want him, but do you get what I'm saying? We probably will end up going in for him because he's probably the best available manager that you can get like that. So yeah, I'd go with Crystal Palace. What were we saying? Well, who have we signed? Touchline, please tell me. You signed Pino. You signed Pino. Pino is shit, mate. West Ham's window's been cracked. And you signed some other guy called Jaden, some centre-back called Jaden from Strasbourg. Was it Strasbourg? It was some French team. Mate, everyone's transfers is on the Premier League website rather than blind run rankings. Oh, is it? Fucking hell. Cheers, bruv. Premier League. Give me go on the Premier League website. That's a fucking brilliant. I saw they signed yeah, transfers. There you go. Cheers, brother. All right, well, how do I select different teams? Because this is all Arsenal, bro. Fucking hell, Arsenal had some mad window. Oh, there we go. Right. All right, cool. Let's go down to Crystal Palace anyways. Let's go down to Crystal Palace. They signed that fucking Jaden guy. Oh, look, where's the transfer in? Walter Benitez from PSV Eindhoven. No one knows who these guys are, bro. Borna Sosa, no one knows who he is. Do you get what I'm saying? Pino and Jaden and Christian just Uche. Exactly. No one knows who these players are, bro. So for me, I'll put them in D just because they mudded Liverpool when they kept Mark Gahey, because that's fucking legendary. Next, I will probably go Aston Villa. I mean, let's have a look at their actual, what they ended up finishing. I know they bought Sancho in, Harvey Elliott. They sold Aaron Ramsey. They bought Florentino Luis in from on loan. I thought he went to Burnley. Oh, that's Burnley, isn't it? That is Burnley. Yeah, that's Burnley. Sorry. Where's fucking Aston Villa then? That's Brentford. That's Bournemouth. There you go. That's Aston Villa. So Aston Villa have obviously, and they've kept Emi Martinez. They sold Coutinho. Yeah, the only players they bought in is Bizzet, who's a new goalkeeper. This guy from Nice, and Jadon Sancho, Harvey Elliott, and Lindelof. Regards to that, they're gonna. I think Villa would do well to get mid-table this season. Genuinely, they've had a terrible window. Their manager looks like he doesn't want to be there, but I feel like the players are not. I mean, I feel like it's a season where it's going to be bad for him. Like they're going to have to just persist with Emery. I would persist with him because he's an unreal manager, but I feel like that's what it's going to be with them personally. So I'll put Aston Villa in E. This is what This is what I've done so far. So far I've got Fulham, Burnley, Wolves, West Ham, Aston Villa in E, Crystal Palace in D, with Leeds in D. The only reason I put Crystal Palace and Leeds in D is because Leeds, I think, going to stay up, and Crystal Palace, I think, because they kept Mark Gahey. Uche is good. Thank you, Baron. At least someone knows what they're talking about. They're depth players, Mush, which you said we need to stop rage baiting. No one's rage baiting. Who are you gonna play if Pino gets injured? Who are you gonna play if Mateta gets injured? Who are you gonna play if Wharton gets injured? You got Will Hughes and Lamar as your midfielders. Allow it. Big up to Double I, bro. Where he's actually looking at transfers now, not just guessing. Yeah, I didn't actually know they signed that many players. I know they signed that Jaden guy. You know what I'm saying? Big up to everyone in the chat. Smash these likes up, by the way, people. Smash these likes up, by the way, people. Nketiah. There you go. That tells me what I need to know. Smash these likes. There's 16 people inside it. We've only got 6 likes. Unai Emery experience, who have a decent chance of winning the Europa League. Yeah, right now they've started the season off terribly, though. And I feel like they're going to have a bit of a bad season because the window they've had, do you get what I'm saying? The players are probably a bit like, I mean, it's probably gone a bit stale at the minute with Emery. I would personally persist with him. I think what he's done at Villa, I think if you gave him, this season, they're going to have a bad season, but then you sell again next season and you can actually spend some money, get some new players in. I think if you spend some money and get some new players in next summer, I think it'll be good. Do you get what I'm saying? Kamada's shit. Doucouré's shit. Again, you're naming dead players, bruv. Yeah, these players are not doing well, mate. As I said, they're going to get you lower than you finished last season. Where's you finished 12th? I honestly think we've had the best transfer window. We've gotten a stronger in attack. Bro, big up to Newcastle for life, by the way. I haven't seen you in a while, mate. I hope you're well. But yeah, that's why I go with the bottom tiers. Anyone else? Anyone else that I've missed? I don't actually. I'll go Brentford. The reason why I go Brentford is not because of players they brought in. If I go look at their players they brought in, I'm sure they brought in quite a few decent players, but it's the players that they've lost. So they've lost Ben Mee. They've lost Mark Flecken as well to Leverkusen, who was their goalkeeper, who actually saved them a lot of points. But to be fair, you could argue they've upgraded and getting Kelleher, because Kelleher is actually a decent goalie. Norgard out as well to Arsenal, which I think is a bad signing for Arsenal, but I do think for them is good. But they bought Jordan Henderson as a replacement, which is a terrible signing for me. Brian and Mbeumo, they obviously lost, he was their best player. But then on top of that, they also lost Visa, who's also probably their second best player. And actually a player I really highly rated was Yohan Visa. And obviously Brian and Mbeumo, who both got them a combined total of 39 Premier League goals last season. And they replaced him with Reece Nelson and this guy from Bournemouth. I don't know how you say his name. I don't know. Did they end up getting, what's his name? They never ended up getting that fucking Omari Hutchinson, did he? He went to Forest. So, yeah, in the end, they sold 39 Premier League goals and bought Reece Nelson and Dango from Bournemouth and Jordan Henderson to replace Norgard. And, the only upgrade really is Kelleher. And to make matters even worse, they lost their best man. They lost their manager that got them promoted, who's actually a decent manager in Thomas Frank. So, yeah, I can see them being in a relegation scrap this season. Yes, they beat Aston Villa last week. It shows how bad Aston Villa are. I can see them being in a relegation scrap personally. I'm going with Brentford in the bottom tier. So far I've got Brentford, Aston Villa, West Ham, Wolves, Burnley, and Fulham in E tier, and Crystal Palace and Leeds in D tier. Now we've got Arsenal, Bournemouth, Brighton, Chelsea, Everton, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, Newcastle, Nottingham Forest, Sunderland, and Tottenham, all in the remaining tiers. Now, where do we go? Who should we go next, chat? How the fuck are Chelsea allowed to make Strasbourg their feeder club, despite them both being in Europe? Because they're both not in the same competition. All trophy winners can't. Who's trophy winners? What are you talking about? No, I think Olympic Lyon will win the Europa League this season. They look sharp, 3 out of 3 in the league. Yeah, no, I'm not saying Aston Villa will win the Europa League. I think they'll do well though, because I do think Emery knows what he's doing with the Europa League. Smash these likes up, over. How many likes are we actually on? Because 9 likes. Get these likes up to 20 likes. There's 21 people inside. Hit the sub button if you're just trying to get 1,580 subs by the end of the day. Who should we go next, chat? Forest. Now they've obviously had a good window, a very dodgy window, obviously. Do you know what I'm saying? No allegations or anything, but I mean their owner's a bit. Do you get what I'm saying? A bit dodgy. But listen, let me go and get. It's going to scroll down a lot to find Nottingham Forest because obviously they're in N. So let me just go down. This is a fucking long ass list, bro. You should just be able to collect the team you want to look at rather than have to scroll down. So there's Tottenham. No, I've gone above them now. No. Man City. Fulham. Bro, where the fuck is Nottingham Forest? There you go, Nottingham Forest. So they obviously sold Elanga for 55 million. Decent deal for him. A lot of people said that. Elanga was overpaid for. I agree that in terms of he's not a £55 million player, but I don't necessarily think he was worth that to me. For Nottingham Forest, they bought him for 15 million. He had like 3 or 4 years left in his deal. Newcastle, if you wanted him, you go out there and buy him for what would be about 3 or 4 times the amount that they wanted, especially when we had a sell-on clause as well. So they need to make a profit. But they got Igor Jesus in from Botafogo. They got in Sheriff Yaya, who I don't actually know who that is. They tried to get the real Cunha, Mateus Cunha. They said they got Jar Cunha from Botafogo. They got Lewis O'Brien sold. Dan O'Doy, who's a baller, by the way. O'Doy is a baller. Yeah, from Bologna. He's Swiss. I watched him in the Euros. He's a baller. He's very good for Switzerland. Very technical baller. I know he balled out against, I want to say, what was the game they won? Was it against Brentford? Yeah, the game they won 3-1. I think he got assist or 2 or something like that. He's a very decent, tidy player, that O'Doy, in my personal opinion. So, yeah, trust me, watch out for him. He's one to watch this season. He's a good player. Omari Hutchinson, I think, is a decent player. James McCarthy, I don't particularly rate, but yeah, that's and they got some guy from Rennes. I don't know who says his name. Douglas Luiz is a great signing on loan. That's a great signing for Aston Villa. Not Aston Villa, so Nottingham Forest on loan. Do you get what I'm saying? We know how good he was for Aston Villa. He didn't do well at Juventus, but listen, he's actually a very decent signing in my personal opinion from from Juventus on loan for Nottingham Forest. Other players, not really too much to shout about. They got in Zinchenko on the last day. And all in all, it's not a bad transfer window. I would actually probably hazard and put Nottingham Forest, up in C. They also kept their best players in the likes of, Gibbs White, Hudson-Odoi. Obviously, Gibbs White got a here we go. Do you get what I'm saying? Gibbs White got a here we go. He was wanted by Man City, got a here we go to Spurs, etc., etc. They managed to keep him at the football club, which is massive for them. He's obviously a very good player. And their centre-backs are unreal. Milenkovic and Murillo, who I watched Milenkovic at the Euros. Do you get what I'm saying? Absolutely unreal. So I do think, I put Forest in C. I think they've had a decent window. Personally, the fact that they've kept some of their ballers and they bought in this Odoi guy, I think is one to watch. I genuinely think he's a very nice, tidy player. I'd go C. What we say in chat? Do you reckon C? Forest a C? You did an S sheet. No, I think five rankings is fine. Oscar, the second best window after Liverpool. Yeah, we're going to get into that. Callum, I don't know who that is though, bro. I reckon Forest is a C. Give them B or C. Daniel Doy is good. He is good. Liverpool need their own tier. They're invincible this window. Yeah. We'll get onto them. I think they've had a decent window. I think they've had a decent window. The main thing is they kept their best players as well. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas you look at the likes of Brentford, who didn't keep their best players. Do you know what I'm saying? They didn't. So yeah, for me, I'd go with. I'd personally go with C. Do you get what I'm saying? Forest is C. Right, cool. Anyways, moving on to who should we go next, chat? Who should we go next? We've got Arsenal, Bournemouth, Brighton, Chelsea, Everton, Liverpool, Manchester City, Manchester United, Newcastle, Sunderland, and Tottenham Hotspur. Who should we go next? Everton. Go Everton. No, I know they've had a decent window. Do you know what I'm saying? I know they've had a decent window. Right, so they've got rid of Ashley Young, Begovic, Virginia Decore, Mangala, Lindstrom went to Napoli. He's on loan there. Broja, and they brought in Alcaraz. They brought in Barry, Travers. I don't know who these players are. Dewsbury Hall, Jack Grealish. They binned off Calvert-Lewin. Do you get what I'm saying? They brought in Tom King, Tyler Dibbling, who's actually a nice, tidy player, and Merlin Roll, who, I don't know who that is. But the main two that they've got in is obviously Jack Grealish and Dewsbury Hall, who've been balling out for them so far. Personally, I don't think it's the best window, but I do think they're going to do well. I do think Everton are going to do well, in my personal opinion. I'll tell you why. I think they're going to do well, because they've actually got a good manager. Despite what West Ham fans love to pretend, they've actually got a good manager. Yeah, and that's why I do think they're going to do well. And Jack Grealish so far, Dewsbury Hall as well, been balling out for them. So with them two balling out, I would probably put Everton in. It's between D and C. What are we saying, chat? Are we saying C or D? Do you get what I'm saying? My FM go. Are we saying D or C? I don't know. I'm stuck in a rock and a hard place right now. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know. Everton D, maybe a C for their standards. Yeah, but it's because they're going to have a good season as to why I think it might be C. But it's like, if you actually analyse their window, like, do you get what I'm saying? They've not had a great window. C. Are we saying C? We're saying C. They brought talented players who are young, basically what Chelsea do, but cheaper. Yeah, Tyler Diblin's a talented player. All right, cool. We're going C. Right, a lot of people want to go C. All right, cool. Yeah, because Tyler Diblin's a decent player. They wanted 100 million for him at the start of the window, and they got him 40 million. And I think they got they could end up potentially selling him in a few years' time to a bigger club, depending on how good he is. Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'll go C. All right, cool. Who are we going next? Let's have a look what people put in the chat. Newcastle, Sunderland, Spurs, Newcastle. We've got two Newcastle. Should we go for the Geordies? Right. Should we go for the Geordies? Sorry. Yeah, right. Let's go for the Geordies. Right. So who have they sold? They sold Alexander Isak after they said all summer he's not for sale. And they went, their CEO or whatever, the Saudi guy, went up to his house, tried to get him to sign a new deal, etc., etc. And he still said he wants to leave. Do you get what I mean? They tried to sign him Mbeumo, but he said, I'd rather stay at Brentford than join you. They tried to sign Sesko. They even put more money in than Man United did, and he still turned them down. They then tried to sign, they also tried to sign Matheus Cunha. He turned them down. They tried to sign Ekitike. He turned them down. They tried to sign Dean Huijsen. He turned them down. They tried to sign Mark Gahey. He turned them down. They tried to sign Kudus. He turned them down. They tried to sign who else? Is there any more I'm forgetting? Is there any more I'm forgetting, lads? Am I forgetting anywhere else? Onana wants more money. You better give it to him. Allow it. They lost Ekitike, as I said, yeah. Oh, they tried to sign Delap as well. Oh, João Pedro as well. I mean, the list goes on and 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 on. It's a never-ending list of players that have rejected Newcastle this season. They've literally had a stinky window. And to make matters even worse, they want to complain about FFP, but they've gone out there and spent £90 million on the BFG. I mean, it's absolutely hilarious. They went and spent £90 million on the big friendly giant to play up top for them. And then they also spent £60 million on a 29-year-old Visa who he's going to spend about 5 or 6 games at AFCON this season, and he's had no pre-season. So he's basically going to be out for the first half of the season anyways. So practically, they've spent 150 million on 2 replacements for Alexander Isak and not even going to get half of what Alexander Isak is. That is absolutely crazy. And they want to complain about FFP and PSR. The amount of players they've been rejected, the players they bought, Jacob Ramsey, he's already injured. Do you get what I'm saying? They spent 40 million on him and he's already injured. It's hilarious. Do you get what I'm saying? It's absolutely hilarious. They bought Aaron Ramsdale in at goalkeeper. I mean, I could go on and on and on and on and on. It has been nothing short of a stinky window for Newcastle United. I can't lie. The amount of players they've been rejected by, the amount of players and the players they actually have signed have not been that's not good signings. As I say, Voldemort BFG up top for 90 million, crazy. Fucking Visa, who's 29 years old, crazy, had no pre-season as well, crazy. Jacob Ramsey, who's injury prone, crazy. Do you get what I'm saying? And Aaron Ramsdale in goal. The only decent signing that looks like they've made is that centre back. And the thing is, he hasn't even played yet, he hasn't even started yet. So it is what it is. For me, what we saying, chat, I'm going E. C or D, I'm going E, man. I'm going E. Do you get what I'm saying? Just for the E for the Isak drama. Newcastle did okay. Yeah, E for the Isak drama, bro. Especially when they told us all summer he wasn't going to get sold and they flogged him for 130 million and they wanted 150. Crazy works. Cunha is injured and Buemu is fat and Sesko yet to score. You're an E. He's rattled. Oh, he's rattled. Yeah, Cunha's injured, but he ain't injury prone. You've signed an injury prone player. Jacob Ramsey was injury prone at Aston Villa, and Cunha's injured, yes, but he's also had 2 good games. Look how rattled he is. He's already had good games though. What's Jacob Ramsey done in the Newcastle top? Newcastle D. Are we going D? Do you know, we'll go D because they did eventually sign a decent player in Visa. But other than Visa, yeah, they signed the BFG up top, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? The Newcastle had a stronger window than Man United, who spent 80 million on Sesko. Well, you spent 90 million on the BFG, and you was trying to spend 90 million on Sesko, and he took you down. Decent window though with Visa. Oh yeah, they've also bought Elanga. How can I forget? They also bought Elanga. Yeah. They also bought Elanga. I forgot about that. So yeah, I'll put them in D because they've signed some players, but yeah, I mean they've spent about 300 million on their attack and still can't score goals, bro. So it's crazy. And the lucky as well. One thing they did actually do is actually keep Osula. That Osula guy is a decent player. Do you get what I'm saying? That Osula. He was supposed to go Frankfurt, but it broke down or something. He's actually a decent player. Greatest player since Shearer leaving that way. Crazy, bro. Look how rowdy is. Cunha is injured and Poimer is fat. Sesko is yet to score. You're an E. We haven't got on to my club yet. Who should we do next? We've got Forest in C, Everton in C, Leeds, Palace, and Newcastle in D, Fulham, Burnley, Wolves, West Ham, Aston Villa, Brentford, all in E. Do you get what I'm saying? Who are we saying, chat? What are we saying? Who should go next? If we're gonna, I'm not being biased. I'm being deadly serious. Just because you're rattled because your club's had a shit window and it's had such a shit window that your manager's threatened to leave. So allow it. Do you get what I'm saying? Chelsea. Ooh, we go Chelsea. We go proper Chelsea. Right, we'll go proper Chelsea. Yeah, proper Chelsea. Right. See, I rated their window a 6 out of 10, which would probably be about C. Their window. We have to be fair. João Pedro already won them the Club World Cup because he joined and scored the final. And João Pedro, I already told people about him. I wanted him before he joined Chelsea. I wanted him last year. People told me he's too similar to Xerxes. Oh, he's not prolific enough. and he's balling out at Chelsea. Who knew, by the way? Do you get what I'm saying? It's almost like I know ball, isn't it? So João Pedro, that's an unreal signing. He's one of the best strikers in the Premier League. Absolute elite business. Only 50 million as well. Liam Delap as well, 30 million. Even if worse comes to worse and Liam Delap doesn't hit the ground running, you're still getting your money back. I don't think Liam Delap's been a bad signing. I think he's a decent player. Yes, he's now injured, but I think he is a decent player. So you have to talk about their good signings and say João Pedro and Liam Delap have been good. Who else did they sign? Oh, Esteval. They brought in Esteval, who looks promising. He looks promising, I'm not going to lie. I like the look of him. He's definitely going to be inconsistent. He's not got much end product yet, but Esteval does look decent. He's very good at dribbling, taking on his man, etc. Esteval's a decent signing. Andre Santos come back on loan, isn't it? Has Andre Santos come back on loan? He's a decent player. But the problem is with Chelsea, the reason why I can't put them in 8 or 9 or 10, yeah, the one thing I said they needed 3 players this summer: striker, centre-back and goalkeeper. And they didn't get a centre-back or goalkeeper. And what makes matters even worse, their best centre-back in Colwell is now injured. And Fofana is also their other best centre-back, and he's always injured. Do you get what I'm saying? They've still got Sanchez in goal, who for me is not a title-winning goalkeeper. And they've not got a... Oh, yeah, they signed Garnacho as well. How could I forget? Oh, of course they did. That brings it down 4 ratings. Do you get what I'm saying? How could I forget they signed Garnacho? Oh man, I even forgot that. It's too good to be true that it's even bewildered out of my mind. But yeah, I'll go with Chelsea. But the thing with them, it's like you bought a few decent players, but for me, it was like if you bought a top quality centre back in and a top quality goalkeeper in, I genuinely think they would be a Premier League title worthy. Do you get what I'm saying? Squad. Like if they had a Konate at the back or something like that, like a Mark Gahey. If they had gone and got Mark Gahey, he was at Cobham, by the way, he was part of their academy. If they got a Mark Gahey in and got a top quality goalkeeper in, like I genuinely think they would be, for me, they would have a title worthy winning squad. Their midfield's already good, got so much depth, they've got goals in the team. Do you get what I'm saying? João Pedro's a baller, Liam Delap, Esteval looks promising. Do you get what I'm saying? They signed the next Ronaldo, etc., etc. So for me, I genuinely believe that if they had potentially have signed those 2 players, I think they would. I would put them in A. I'd probably put them in A. But because they didn't, for me, it's like I'm sitting there going, I don't think you're going to win the league. I think you're going to be in the same position you were in last season, maybe win a cup, potentially. If not, then yeah, you'll just be in the same position you were last season, 3rd or 4th, and not win the league title. I think you're just going to fall short, which is why I can't put it. I can't put it in A or B because I don't think you're going to improve that much. Do you get what I'm saying? Drastically improve. Smash these likes up, by the way, people. How many likes are we on? Do you get what I'm saying? Like, club. Smash it. How many likes are we on? Yeah, 14 likes. Get these likes up to 20 likes. Please, can you clarify your... Oh, my gosh, Tony, what the fuck? It's his club. He bought it. Touchline saying my club. It's funny. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's my club. It's my club. Aston Villa should be higher. Aston Villa should not be higher. For Garnacho signing us from A. They signed Hato, but they're playing him left back, no? Do you get what I'm saying? E signing Garnacho. I like Esteval, Hato, Pedro, and that's it. And they sold amazingly. Does that boost it? Garnacho signing C. Yeah, listen. Are we agreeing at Chelsea and B? Are we saying do you get what I'm saying? Are we saying they should be higher or lower? What are we saying? Chelsea and C, I think around 6 out of 10 is what I would have given their Chelsea a ranking. My personal opinion. Chelsea for C. Ooh, B. That's a Tottenham fan saying B. Man said rise up the communists. What the fuck? Dave, you're hilarious. Chelsea for E. Fucking hell. C, but better than Forest and Everton. So what should we put them ahead of them? Should we put them ahead of them? Go like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Chelsea A because of Garnacho. You should be giving them top marks because they saved you from Garnacho. He's their problem now. No. Daniel. We're going to get onto that when it's our window. We're going to count that for our window because that's a plus for us and a negative for them. That should bring them down. So do you get what I'm saying? We'll get onto that for our window. Do you get what I mean? Crazy. But anyways, back in the chat. Right, listen. What are we saying? Who are we going for next? Who are we going for next? Which team next, bro? Which team next, lads? Smash these likes up, by the way. Let's get to 20 likes. Sunderland. We go Sunderland. I mean, they've signed so many players, but one thing I will say, what brings it down a bit is they signed Brian Brobby for about 40 million. We'll go and look at how many players they've signed. Hold on. We'll go with Sunderland. Sunderland. Fucking hell, man. They're like 6th in the league as well. They're above the Geordies, which is crazy. So they got in Enzo Lafi, which was an obligation if they got promoted. I remember they got him in January again in Championship. Diarra from Strasbourg, or I don't know who that is. They obviously sold Joe Bellingham. They brought in Siddiqui from Union Saint-Gilles from Belgium. They brought in some player from Mandava from Atletico Madrid. They brought in Talbi from Club Brugge. They brought in Adingra from Brighton, who's a decent player. Xhaka, which is a massive signing from Leverkusen, absolutely unreal. They obviously got Mark Guéhi in from loan from Chelsea, but he got recalled. Robin Roofs, I don't know who that is. Masuki, that guy used to play for West Ham, the left back. Mukalele from Paris Saint-Germain, decent signing. Brian Brobby, Bertrand Traore, and some other guy from RB Leipzig. Personally, because they're going to stay up, and I actually think they're going to do quite well. I can see them getting about 13th, 14th in the league. I'm going to go B. What we saying, chat? I'm going to go B. Sunderland B. Yeah, they got Guéhi taken away. Chelsea was a B. You reckon we've done that now? I think most people agreed with it as C. Chelsea buy good players, but then they buy a couple of scrubs. Do you know, if they got in a centre back in or a goalkeeper in, I would have given him a B. I would have given him a B. I would have given him an A potentially, but they didn't because their strikers they got are unreal. The strikers they got are unreal. Chelsea was a B. Yeah, but listen, I'm going. What we saying for Sunderland? I'm going Sunderland B. I think they're going to get about a 13th, 14th, which is very good for a team that just got promoted. B for the ambition. I hear that. B for the ambition. Bobby Flay. Who's that? He's going Man U. C under Chelsea. You reckon C? I'm going B. B. I think the B. I think everyone's saying B. I'm going B. Sunderland defo B. You got to remember, yeah. I'm not saying they've signed better players than Chelsea because they haven't. But the difference is it's more about the fact that by their standards, they've signed decent players. Do you get what I'm saying? That will keep them in the league, shall I say? Sunderland B, yeah, everyone's saying B. Honestly, Chelsea is the best in terms of selling players in the league, but they're the best selling club in the world. Do us next, please, touch on. All right, cool. We'll do Man United. We'll do my club. My club. Keep smashing the like buttons or hit the sub button as well. Just try and get to 1,580 subs by the end of the day. Listen, my club. So far, we've got Sunderland in B. We've got Chelsea, proper Chelsea in C with Forest and Everton. Leeds, Palace, and Newcastle in D. Fulham, Burnley, Wolves, West Ham, Aston Villa, and Brentford in E. So, yeah, we're all in agreement about them so far. Let's go and move on to my club. Fuck it. I'm going in B. Look at that badge, by the way. Our badge just looks sexy, doesn't it? It's so much better than all these other badges. These other badges are all crap. The only decent badge in this other one is fucking that Chelsea badge. Every other badge is fucking clapped. Do you get what I'm saying? Look at these badges. Absolutely. Our badges fucking look at this. Look at the sexiness on that badge, bro. Oh my days. Do you get what I'm saying? The aura from our badge is crazy. But anyways, yeah, I'm going B. Fuck it. I'm going B. Man United in D. Well, it would be in D, but you signed Garnacho, so it's B. United in B. Their signings do more for them than Chelsea signings. Facts. Do you get what I'm saying? I'll spit on your badge. Would have definitely been A, if not. If we got Emi Martinez, I'd put it in A. Do you get what I'm saying? Bro, look at the players we've sold this summer. Anthony, 25 million. Yeah, when they tried to get us to pay him a compensation fee, they tried to loan us. They tried to get us to loan him out to them. Højlund, we got £40 million back for Højlund. Do you guys have £40 million back for Rasmus Højlund? No one would have thought we were getting 40 million for him. Do you get what I'm saying? We got rid of Garnacho, which Chelsea fans were sitting there saying 25, 30 million. We ended up selling for 40 million and getting a 10% sell-on clause. So if they sell it for 60 million in the future, we get 6 million of it, etc., etc. That is very, very nicely done. Do you get what I'm saying? I think United have done some very, very shrewd business. My only problem is we bought an experienced goalkeeper. If we bought Lemens and an Emi Martinez, I would put us in A. But people are going to sit there and say midfield, etc., etc. I understand we didn't address the midfield issues, but no team is perfect in the Premier League, especially a team that finished 15th last season. So at the end of the day, we got rid of a lot of the deadwood. Do you get what I'm saying? And we got good money for it. Yes, we didn't replace if we didn't get a midfielder, but if we had got a Belabrin and a Martinez, and we're asking for basically near enough a perfect window, which is a bit, it's not unrealistic. It can happen, but do you get what I'm saying? It should have happened. We should have got Emi Martinez and Lemens, and that would have been an A for me. But yeah, I would go B for the sales. It will probably incomings, obviously, and Mbeumo Cunha. I think we done just incomings. I think I'd probably put it in a C because how much money we've recouped back from sales, and we're much better financial position than we were last year or going into the summer. Do you get what I'm saying? Because everyone was saying going into the summer, Man United are fucked, they're done, they've got no money to spend, etc., etc. They're broke, and we've recouped over 100 million in players we previously sold and players we sold this summer. So in general, I think we've actually made a decent amount of dough. So I would put, how can we ban Baron from that comment? No, he's trolling, bro. He wanted Mainu at Real Madrid, bro. He wanted Mainu at Real. You seen Laurie saying Højlund thought he was better than Sesko and wanted to prove it? No, I haven't seen that. Of course he does, bro. Højlund's got a fucking ego, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm glad we binned him off and forced him out of the football club. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm glad we did. We sold Anthony for less than Højlund. Exactly. We did. We also sold. Yeah, we also made a profit on some of these players in. Do you get what I'm saying? In profit and PSR. Lemens isn't ready to play. We need a Martinez. By the way, what did I tell you? Like, it's already come out by, I think Laurie Whitwell said that Man United don't see Lemens as the starting goalkeeper straight away. What did I tell you? Like, we're not starting him against. We're not starting him against City. We're not starting him against City. Anthony walking through the streets of better. It's like the save. The he was crying, and he was crying. He was crying. He was literally crying in his presentation. Crazy. But yeah, I'm going B. What we saying for B for Man United chat? What we saying? I'm going B. Just I would say C for incomings, B for outgoings. So I'm putting us in B. I think getting B in and the way we've sold players this summer, it's crazy. You guys should hire Ten Hag again, bro. Stop being a troll. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm going with B. What we saying? C. Anthony got the streets over there. What a welcome. Yeah, bro, he has got the streets. They were desperate to sign him. You know what I'm saying? C. So how many have we got? We've got 2 C's. We've got 2 B's. Have we got any other one? Man United in D. United in B. We've got 3 B's. 3 C's. I've been able to prove the reason for the payments so far. Of course not, bro. They're broke alone. I hope they get punished, bro. I want my 2 Champions Leagues, bro. Oh, mate. 5 Champions Leagues. Oh. C for C. B, right, we're going B. Add Barca and A for signing the refs. It's not a D, but it isn't a B. I think we're going to go B. I think we've got more B's. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, Dave, Dave isn't. It's not that. It's fucking the case that Barcelona are under for buying refs. Because you got rid of 3 duds on the same window, you've done decent business is a B. All right, cool. We're going B. We're going B, lads. Who are we going next? We're going City. We're going Spursy. We're going to Liverpool, Brighton. I don't even know if Brighton have actually signed. I actually have to look at that. Bournemouth or Arsenal. Who are we going in for, lads? Let's go up to. Hold on. Liverpool. We go Liverpool. I'm doing good, bro. How you are, man? Liverpool. We'll go Liverpool, yeah? He wants to go Tottenham. He's gagging for my opinion on Tottenham. We'll go Spursy first. Who have they actually signed? Officially signed? Yeah, it's Xavi Simons. They've signed Palhinha on loan. Kudus, decent signing. They've signed Mateus Tell. Danso as well was completed. So they're two duds. They've signed 2 other duds from Leeds and some other unknown team. Right, they're actual good players. They signed Kudus. Mikey Moore, I thought he was the next Neymar, lads. João Palhinha is a dud. Mawani, see this one. Nah, for me, I'm sorry. Their best transfer, which doesn't say it here, is their manager. That's why I will put them up in. I'm putting them in low C. Low C. No, it's not B. It's nowhere near B. Not because they've signed good players, because the only good player that I actually think they've signed is Kudus. But The reason why I'm putting Spursy in C is because their best signing this summer has been signing Thomas Frank. They got rid of Solomon A for B. Crystal Palace are going to sign him as well. Crazy. That's true. Do you get what I'm saying? But if you just look at like the for me, their best signing has been their manager, and that's why I think they'll be competing this season for the European places, because simply they've got a good manager in. If you look at actual quality of players they bought, I don't rate Xavi Simons. Is he an upgrade on Pape Sarr? But that doesn't mean I rate him. Kudus is a good signing. Mateus Tel is a scrub. Brennan Johnson's better than him. Palhinha I don't rate. I know it's a loan with an obligation, etc. But listen, I would put them in C because of the manager they got. Do you get what I'm saying? I'll put them in C because of the manager. No one cares about your Paella League. Big up to Ahmed, bro. Yeah, let's go. Right, what are we saying? Brother, they won't get punished in the league. Maybe UEFA will ban them for a year in the UCL. Bro, they need to get their title stripped off them, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? I need my Champions Leagues, man. What happened to City charges? Everyone forgot. I don't even know what's going on with City charges, bro. I'll be real. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, Villarreal are going to be everyone's least favourite team this season because they've signed Partey and Solomon. 4 starters straight in. Yeah, I mean, have they signed 4 starters? Are you saying? You can't tell. You can't tell. Tell is your 4 straight starters. So I'll go C. I'll go C. And you haven't really sold anyone that you that were scrubs. Do you get them? That scrubs, and you got good money for them. You got rid of the likes of Son on free, etc., etc. You didn't get rid of the likes of oh no, who's a scrub in that Tottenham team? Bentancur or Basuma or something. You know what I mean? So yeah, Solomon won't survive that away game in Bilbao. Oh my days! Liverpool S tier, they're doing great business. It's actually A tier, bro. I think yeah, there's only A tier. A tier's the max one. You guys cry a lot. Your team is hot garbage. Just accept it. Cheers, mate. Colin Moani starts over Solanke, surely. Yeah, he probably does. For Solanke's a scrub, but Richarlison's decent. Kudus, Simmons, Palhinha, and Colin Moani will all start. AK4 Pete is the lawyer for Sitter. This guy, bro. Yeah, I go first C, low C personally. I think they could have done better, but I think they got rejected. If they got a Mark Gahey in, which they got rejected by, no, he hasn't unbanned me, bro. He's got me blocked and everything. But anyways, hit the sub button, by the way, if you haven't already. Do smash the like button up. Let me know what team I should do next. But yeah, with Spurs, I just think they should have done more. They finished 17th for the end of the last season. Yes, they got a manager in, but they did finish 17th for the end of the day. I don't think they're going to get top 5. I will do my Premier League predictions probably later on tonight. Yeah, Tell was a complete waste of signing. I agree, bro. Like, you shouldn't have bought him. He was a scrub in the 6-month loan. Chelsea should be 80 for this sign Garnacho. No. We put Man United above C just for that. I watched all the men's actions for last season. I don't think he's quite ready yet either. But he says a lot better than what we have to be honest. Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. He's not going to start against City, and that's annoying. Ask him. I did ask him for a collab. But a madness. What we saying? Arsenal. Do you know what? I can't lie. It is A. They have had an unreal window. If Liverpool didn't sign Isak, yeah, Arsenal have had the best window. Genuinely, they've had an unreal window. The only thing that will stop them winning the Premier League this season is their manager, not their squad. Their manager. Their manager will stop them winning the Premier League. Their manager is fucking shit. I don't care, yeah, about what he done for them and got them to fucking 2nd place from 8th place. Yeah, their manager is fucking useless. Useless. And I was sitting there thinking, before Liverpool signed Isak, I was sitting there thinking, oi, you know what? They might win the league, you know, and then they just bring you back down to reality. They just bring you back down to reality because they're Arsenal. They just do. They just bring you back down to reality because they always do. They're always one thing off. Do you get what I'm saying? They signed some good players. By the way, who told you all Zubimendi's overrated? Me. Oh, all of a sudden. Do you get what I'm saying? Arsenal manager, mad sexy. That's crazy. But listen, at the end of the day, yeah, AK, my person to rage bait. He's hilarious to rage bait, bro. He gets so mad. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, listen, for me, their window in terms of who they brought in, who they've got rid of, etc., has been an A. It has been an unreal window, but they won't win fuck all because they've got a shit manager that cannot get over the line. So Mendy's another Jorginho, literally. He's literally he's similar to Frankie de Jong, but worse. Arsenal bring good players in, but they bottle it. It's usually because they've not got a good manager. That's the simple reality is. They addressed almost every issue apart from the left wing. Every issue apart from the left wing. No squad's perfect. They've got in a backup to Odegaard or a player that can interchange with Odegaard in Eze when Odegaard's injured or out of form. They've got a backup to Saka in Onzino. They've got in the striker that they needed in Gyökeres and they wanted. They've got in 2 backup centre-backs in case Saliba and Gabriel get injured. They've also got a left-back in as well because Hincapié can play centre-back and left-back. They've got in Norgard, I think, is a bad signing. I think that's the one bad sign I'm looking at going, that doesn't move the needle at all. But listen, for me, what will stop them is their manager. Do you get what I'm saying? I said Zubimendi's overrated. Yeah, before I even met you, Baron, I said Zubimendi's overrated. He can't play in the pivot. Do you get what I'm saying? I said Zubimendi. I don't think he's a bad player. I just think he's overrated. So yeah, for me, I'm going with A. Now, Bournemouth. I actually don't know who Bournemouth have signed. Who have Bournemouth actually signed? Right, they lost both their centre backs, so that puts them down. They lost that guy to Brentford for 40 million. They signed some guy from Rennes, some guy from Lorient. Yeah, bro, they've had a stinky window. What the fuck? Bro, the only player I know that they've signed is Petrovic. Yeah, they've had I didn't know they had a stinky window. Oh, my days. I don't know any of these players they've signed. Never heard of them. Bournemouth. For that window alone, I'm going E. Terrible window. Both times Zubimendi has met Casemiro. He's been cooked by almost a pensioner. Exactly, bro. We've watched Zubimendi play our club about 5 times. You got a good squad, but you ain't winning anything with this Arteta logo. He's not a thingy fan. Yeah, I'm going Bournemouth in E because they've lost their 2 best defenders, their centre backs, and they haven't replaced them. Not that you could replace Højlund because you probably couldn't, but do you get what I'm saying? Like, they haven't got adequate replacements, should I say? And yeah, they haven't done enough, in my personal opinion. They've signed a bunch of nobodies. Do you get what I'm saying? They signed Alex Jimenez. He's our academy graduate. He's really good. Yeah, but listen, he may be good, but at a minute, I can only go off what I know. And I don't know. Do you get what I'm saying? I don't know. So I'm going Bournemouth in thingy. Do you guys a good left back? He's going to be better. Oh, yeah, they also sold Kirkes. They sold 3 of their best defenders. How could I forget Kirkes as well? Yeah, it's E for me. They didn't keep any of their good players, apart from Semenyo, actually. We'll go Brighton next. I don't actually know who Brighton have signed. Who have Brighton signed? Burnley. That's Chelsea. Where's Brighton? Brighton and Hove Albion. Right, so sold João Pedro. Do you know what it is with Brighton, yeah? They bought all these unknown players. Tommy Watson, Young Do Young, Diogo Coppola, Costalas, Niels Ramming. What the fuck? That's a terrible name. Maxime de Cooper from Club Brugge. Actually a decent player, by the way. Decent player. Covey Shaw, Sean Keogh. All these other players, right? I guarantee you they all slap, or some of them slap, bro. I guarantee you some of them slap and they flog one of them for 50 million in 3 years. 100%. So just because they've done that, yeah, I'll put Brighton in D. But I don't think they've had a great window. But with Brighton, do they ever have a great window? No, they just sign a bunch of unknown players and turn them into good. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Twisted. So you don't actually know. So I'm going to put them in D because they're Brighton. But they haven't signed a striker replacement for, what's his name? For João Pedro, which to me is a worry. Do you go and say that to me is a worry? But yeah, that's what I'm going with. Next, we'll go City. See, I'll put them in B. What we saying, Touchline? Do you remember when Brent said, "Why would Alaba join a Finnish Madrid team over United and the Ole project's the best in the world?" I don't remember that because I didn't watch Brent. Do you get what I'm saying, around that time? So I don't know. I didn't know that. No way he actually said that. That's crazy. But listen, anyways, I'm going City B. And the reason why I'm going City B, they've signed Cherky, who I think's unreal. They've signed Donnarumma, who I think's unreal. They signed Reyes, who I think's good. They've signed Ain't Nori, who I think's good. They've signed who else? James Trafford. But they haven't addressed one issue, which was the right back position. And for me, that is going to be a weakness. Playing Mateus Nunes at right back is a huge weakness to Manchester City. They, for me, should switch it up and go with John Stones at right back. Yeah, they've signed some good players, as I say. I rate all the players they've signed except James Trafford. I rate all of them. But they needed at least one or two more signings. They got a quality right. They got Livramento in at right back, and then they had just Livramento and the rest of the players they've signed. Swear down, no word of a lie, chat. They would have an A window, but because they haven't brought in that fullback, that one player, that is a massive gaping hole in their squad. For me, I'm going City B. I'm going City B. Centre back in, you could say as well. They also need a centre back in, but that's trying to make their squad perfect. For me, it's a right back. I think they needed the most. Barry, at the time, Ollie came his project. He was arguably the best looking project in football. It just didn't. Oh, I disagree. Twisted. It weren't. It had Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at the helm, mate. Put Chelsea B. Nah, I'm not. Bro, everyone agreed Chelsea C, bro. I'm going Man City B. What anyone else disagree in chat? City A, City B, City. What are we saying? What are we saying, chat, for Man City? Smash the like button up, by the way. Hit the sub button if you're new. All that good stuff. Trying to get to 1,580 subs. So yeah, please hit the sub button and the like button. Yeah, let me know. I agree with City B. Dislike this guy, bro. You agree with City B, yeah? City B. B. Big up to Lord Rodney. All right, cool. We'll go City B. City B. Now, Liverpool. It's self-explanatory, isn't it? Do you get what I'm saying? They just won the league. They've done about 400 million in the summer. They've signed the best striker, the second best striker in the league, and they've probably got the third best striker in the league. Do you get what I'm saying? They've signed the best upcoming left back in the league in Kirkes. They didn't get Mark Gahey in, which, all jokes aside, do you get what I'm saying? Would have been a great signing for them, of course. Who else? Who else did they sign? Frimpong, I don't particularly rate. And they got in Florian Squirts just to top it all off. So it is. They have had the best window, up there with the best windows in Premier League's history. They've got arguably the best window in Premier League history. Arguably the best window in Premier League history. Arguably. Do you get what I'm saying? Absolutely ridiculous. Isak and Ekitike are probably in the top 5 strikers in the Premier League. Like when City signed Alvarez and Haaland in the same window. That's what it's like. That's literally what it's like. Yeah, Kirkes for me is in top 3 left back in the Premier League. By the way, does anyone know? I keep refreshing Liverpool's Twitter page. Does anyone know when the Gahey announcement's happening? Because I keep refreshing it and it's still not come up yet. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, and Frimpong I'm not too sold on, but Florian Wirtz is a good player. So yeah, genital. Yeah, FYI, it's genitals. Genital. Not gonna lie, Sunderland had a nice window, but shouldn't be comparable with United and City. I agree, but by their standards, though, innit? It's going to keep them. They've just come up, and they're probably going to get mid-table. They've already got 2 wins out of 3. Do you get what I'm saying? So yeah, I think Sunderland stay up. No, that's Cap. Kirkes ain't top 3. That's your opinion. I think he's solid. I think he's solid, bro. I think he's solid, man. Kerber has top 3. Cool. I'm going Liverpool A. I don't think we can even hate on their window. So yeah, we've got Arsenal and Liverpool in A, Sunderland, Man United, Man City in B, Chelsea, Nottingham Forest, Everton in C, Leeds, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Brighton in D, Fulham, Burnley, Wolves, West Ham, Aston Villa, Bournemouth, and Brentford in E. Kirkes. Do you get what I'm saying? Massive Kerberos. Gay is holding some weird Liverpool kit touchline. When did Liverpool make a third Palace kit? He was being targeted by team. He was good apparently in that Arsenal game though. Nah, Kirkes is good. He's had a shaky start. He was bad in the Bournemouth game as well. But Kirkes is actually good. I wanted him at United. He's actually a decent player. I can't lie. Do you get what I'm saying? Listen, Sesko hasn't hit the ground running. Do you get what I mean? At United, and we're saying give him time. We have to give him. He's still a 21-year-old like fullback. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah, he's come into a settled team, but I think Kirkes is going to be fine. Look at Cucurella when he first joined Chelsea. Then all of a sudden, you know what I mean? Last like year and a half, he's been arguably the best left back in the league and in Europe. Still waiting for the Delap announcement on United Twitter. Good one. Do you get what I'm saying? Did we get Here We Go for Delap or not? Or did he get Here We Go to join Chelsea? Thought not, mate. Do you get what I'm saying? Don't worry though, because you tried to hijack our Mbeumo deal when he turned you down. Hold that. I'm too Sesko for my shirt. But listen, yeah, that's what. Are we happy with those ratings? Are we happy with that? Anyone we would change? Anyone we would change? Obviously open to any debate, any opinions. Do you get what I'm saying? Anyone we would, in particular, we would change. That's oh fucking hell. My United third kit will say Sesko offender on the. Oh mate, crazy. That's a Sesko offender. Chelsea B, Sunderland too high. Right, I think people are saying Sunderland too high. So what should we put? Sunderland in C. Sunderland in C. Chelsea B. Spurs to probably a B. Now, if we're putting Spurs at a B, I'm putting Chelsea at a B. If Spurs are B, I'm putting Chelsea at B. Can't lie, I'm putting Chelsea at B. If Spurs are a B, Chelsea are a B. Sunderland to C. Are we saying that's good? Are we saying that's a W, chat? W's or not? W's or L's? Spurs C. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Spurs are in C. Chelsea B. Some people are saying Chelsea B. Do you get what I'm saying? Put Villa D. They did well for their PSR issues. Yeah, but they've had a terrible window. It doesn't matter for their PSR issues. For their standards, they're in Europe this season, bro. Can't give a W. They signed Garnacho. Exactly. They signed Garnacho, but that brings it down to a C. That's why I can't put him in B. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm going with that. I think that's calm. Genuinely, I do think that is calm. Listen, I want to thank everyone that's watched. I want to big up to every single one of you. Big up to Dave, DM. Do you get what I'm saying? Can I cook a... What the hell? What are you talking about? My forehead's not big, you dickhead. Don't try. I'm not taking off the fucking cap. But my hair's a fucking mess. But my forehead's not big. My forehead's fucking small, you fucking prick. Shut up, Dave. Fucking dickhead. Do you get what I'm saying? This fucking guy, bro. Dave, mate. I thought we were mates. I thought we were fucking mates, mate. Yeah, I thought we were fucking mates. Anyways, I want to big up to each and every single one of you. As I say, big up to PFC, Laura Rodney, DM, Dave, Twisted, Hasib, every single one of you. How are Leeds? The reason why I put Leeds in is because they're going to stay up. So that's why I put Leeds in. I think they're going to stay up anyways. Yeah, big up to each and every single one of you. That's like, big up to Baron as well. Everyone in the comment section. That's like, commented, and subscribed. And yeah, I'm out, people. Actually, who can we raid? Should we raid someone? Because we can actually raid someone. So yeah. We'll go and raid Forest Fan TV. We'll raid Wolfie. Put touchline 3-point raid. Touchline 3-point raid. Sunderland staying up, Leeds going down. I think Leeds, your forward looks like a flat screen 80-inch. Cheers, mate. Yeah, we're going to raid Forest Fan TV. Put touchline 3-point raid. I'm out, people. Big up to Fishnuts, DM, Hasib, Lord Rodney, Dave, Baron, everyone that's liked, comment, and subscribed. I'm out, people. Peace.